Yes, and we are live in Facebook, we are live in YouTube, we are live through all the social media, which is really, really great. Hello and welcome everybody to this presentation of Utopian Global today. Unfortunately, my camera is not working here on the webinar. If you want to see me live with face, then you're going to log into YouTube or in the group in Facebook. So welcome everybody here to this call today. Saturday, I know it's busy. You guys are busy. Everybody is enjoying the summer. I understand that. So I'm really, really grateful that you could actually come on the call. Let's get started. I'm excited. I know you guys are also. I hope you can all hear me loud and clearly. As it says here, time to get in to own real assets. That's silver. That's collectibles. And that's gold. And make real income through income producing assets and certainly enjoy a better lifestyle. So with that, again, my name is Claudia Eifert and I am going to present you a very short video so that you're going to just have a little bit of a clue what we are doing here with Utopian Global and through Utopian Global. So let me just play this video.
How would you like to be your own boss? Be able to plan your own time and be in control of every minute of your life? Well, it's very possible. And with Utopian Global, you can achieve it as quick as you snap your fingers. The Utopian Global ecosystem allows you to multiply your income exponentially and diversify your assets by converting them into precious metals like gold and silver. This helps you eliminate the risk of inflation and devaluation associated with fiat currency. After all, if it's good enough for governments and central banks to hold their reserves in gold, then why shouldn't you? Besides the gold and silver, we also give you the possibility to participate in STORE. STORE, sustainable technology and resource holdings, is backed by real assets that power the world. By owning STORE, you get to enjoy the rewards from the income generated by the STORE assets. These assets include legacy energy resources in the Raccoon Bend field located in Texas, USA. Our second phase is addressing the plastic crisis and creating opportunity with Polystream Technologies plastics to fuel process. The production, proliferation, and disposal of single-use plastics is a crisis of truly global proportion. That's not all. With our lucrative partners program, you can earn rewards and commissions when you share our message and services with others, as well as qualify for bonuses such as luxury travel and paid holidays. Our affiliates also get premium wealth education and coaching, as well as access to webinars and marketing materials. You don't have to break the bank to start with Utopian Global. With as low as €99, you can become an independent business owner and start increasing your income by joining our global network. Remember, everyone you spread the word about Utopian Global to results in you multiplying your own assets, doing good for the planet, and increasing your payouts. Don't forget to visit our website at utopianglobal.com to learn more. The time to get in is now. Utopian Global. Real assets, real income, real lifestyle.
Exactly. So let me move ahead here with the presentation. What are some of the challenges most people do actually face today? Well, of course, no money. That's probably the thing you always hear of people, no savings. And most people live paycheck to paycheck. In fact, a lot of people are very much in financial struggle. Then we have, of course, as well, high student loans, and we have high credit card debt. I mean, let's face it, lots of people don't even know how to pay their debt of their credit card back. So personal credit card debt has actually surpassed 1 trillion and is growing. So most people are struggling paying even the interest back. Then, of course, we have artificial intelligence, which is really automating and eliminating 40% of jobs within the next 15 years, as per recent Forbes article. And of course, on top of that is lots of small mom and pop shops lots of small businesses, small restaurants. They just realized, wow, I mean, with all those measurements now through this crisis with Corona, that's not really sustainable to even open or maintain, of course, their business. So there's a big change coming in this world. There's certainly a financial reset coming. We talked about this, gosh, since probably 2007, in seven-ish, that there will eventually come a financial reset. We are in 2020. We are now in the second biggest big crisis. Of course, we had the huge crisis, which was the subprime mortgage crisis, but we are in something really bigger right now, which nobody really can comprehend so far. But so with all those challenges going on, the people who are still working in their jobs, 85% in fact, and that also statistics say they're actually unhappy. They're not really doing what they love to do. Now, do you ever feel like you were meant for more? Life was supposed to be something different. So how would you actually feel if you had, in fact, control of every aspect of your life? What if there was a way to build a better life, to live your dream, to do what you actually wish to do, a life where you experience happiness, fulfillment? What if there was that way? Well, I ask you, if presented with the right opportunity, what area in life would you like to get better? Well, I know when I started this business, I wanted certainly to improve my finances. And I certainly needed urgently more time because I had no time. I was working 2 jobs, and obviously a better lifestyle. So for me, that was all of those I want to do better. For some, it's just maybe finances. Some have a fantastic profession. They just don't have time. For some, it's lifestyle, whatever this is. What is your financial game plan? What is your game plan? Do you have a plan? Or don't you have a plan? Now, if you're most people, then most people don't have actually a financial game plan, which is pretty sad. You see, most people work at their job. They trade time for money. But what they don't understand is that they're trading their time for this stuff here, which is, of course, their euros, dollars, which is continuously losing value. And then, of course, another category or group of people, they become self-employed because they think, well, they can make more money when they're self-employed. But again, you're making that same kind of money, trading your time for a currency which is losing value. So you're in the same sort of rat race. Or you can become a business owner and you can own a system that actually works for you. And this is what I want to show you today in this presentation, how you can own a business system at the same time shield your wealth, of course, with gold and silver against, of course, what is happening right now, and that is, of course, through money printing. Basically, your currency, no matter where you are today. I mean, we have lots of people in the calls from different countries, but no matter where you are, your currency is losing value because of the money printing, meaning devaluating your purchasing power. So with Utopian Global, with our ecosystem, with our business platform, you now have the power to instantly build and grow wealth through an easy platform that protects really everyone's future with a medium of exchange that has stood the test of time. Sorry, my language, which is, of course, silver and gold. Can't be destroyed, always has been money. And a platform where you can earn, if you're outside the United States, residual rewards from income producing assets. And I say if you're outside the United States, because that particular product I'm going to talk about is not available for the United States at the moment. There's great other products that are available. And a platform where you can get paid for something you do for free. I mean, let's face it. It's that simple. We provide you an e-commerce marketing platform and you do the sharing. As Bill Gates, of course, said, if your business is not on the internet, then you will be out of business. And I cannot tell you the countless of people I'm talking about who own small shops, small businesses. there may be a hairdresser. I mean, the first thing after I eventually got an appointment at the hairdresser, that was a difficult thing to do, because of course, imagine everybody was lining up, right? My hairdresser somehow, because of Instagram, found out I deal in gold and silver. And she was just I need to know more. I need to know more. Tell me more. And so eventually I had to sit down with all of them, all those hairdressers, and get them on a savings plan. Why? Well, because they realized, they just got cut off the economy. Everything has gotten more expensive. They don't know if the virus is coming back. That means their shop closed again. And so they have to look at plan B. You got to look at plan B. So since you're already on the phone most of the day, well, why not getting paid for? Paid for sharing something. So did you know that actually the average person spends about 11 hours and 6 minutes in the front of the screen each and every day? And the social sharing economy, that means that we saw a product, a service we liked, and then we go ahead and Google it and search it and buy, is actually growing more than 1 billion every single day. More than 1 billion. More than 1 billion. I mean, this is only growing. And I talked often about that in my other presentations. I have a team down there in South America where, you know what, you wouldn't buy anything online. You just didn't do that. They are not accustomed to it. Well, they had to get accustomed to it because no shops are open, because they're not allowed to go outside, still not until September, believe it or not. So there is no other choice, no other alternative. And so it's only growing in those countries. What do you think? Are they going to go back? Don't think so. Do you think once accustomed to something, to order it online, that you're going to go back to the shop? You don't. And fight traffic to get into the city, to have parking and so on? You don't. You just order it online. So once people are accustomed to it, they're not going to go back to the old ways. And so this is why that statement as from Bill Gates is so important. If you don't have a shop, an e-commerce business on the internet nowadays, you're out of business. See, Nike has more than 110 million Instagram followers. Well, what do you think you do? You wear Nike t-shirt or you wear some Nike shoes, you make advertisement for Nike. You do it for free. You don't even get paid a cent from Nike, right? Well, what if you could actually get paid? And this is what we want to talk about here in this presentation. Now, understand there's two types of income: labor-based, asset-based. Most people have a labor-based income. Nothing wrong with it. But you're trading your time for money. And for a currency. We have here the euros. I don't have pounds. I have euros. I have dollars in here, which every 8 years is losing. I've put this $20 note out. Is losing half of its purchasing power. That means every 8 years you need to double the income. Are you really doing that? Are you earning that much more? So you see, 60% of the people, they work for someone, working on somebody else's dream, not on their dream, right? 35%, which of course is self-employed, well, they got in business so that they don't have a boss, but yet if they are sick, if they're ill, if they want to go to holiday, you know what? Their shop is closed. They're not making any money. And this is where most of the population is in, and this is why they only make 5% of the wealth. They only earn or share in the 5% of the wealth. While, of course, the business owner and the investor, 5% of the population, they make all the money. They share in all the money. Now, and this is why we encourage you to build a business part-time aside. It doesn't have to jeopardize what you're currently doing. It doesn't. But you are at least having another income stream or building another income stream. And with Utopian Global, automatically we have a vehicle for you where you're basically getting everything already done for you. A business in a box, meaning you don't have to have the overheads of employing staff, creating a website, creating funnel system, creating a shop, connecting the payment gateways. Everything is done for you. All what you do is you do the sharing. And because, of course, we have products as such a store, you automatically as well become a investor. That is really fantastic. So the Utopian Global Ecosystem, real assets, real income, real lifestyle, gold and silver. I'm going to touch on this a little bit now because this is really key. See, that knowledge about gold or silver, I talk to my school friends, they would look at me like I'm from China or so. They wouldn't understand it. They don't get it because it's not anymore taught in schools. It's not anymore taught in our financial education because they don't teach that stuff anymore. They don't teach that you own gold or silver. They don't tell you that, right? They tell you all about bonds and equities and stocks and shares, but they don't teach you about gold and silver. And of course, it's meant to that they don't teach you. That is just the way it is. As of course, gold and silver has always maintained its purchasing power, and gold and silver is the metal of freedom, meaning gold and silver always maintains the same purchasing power. It's your hedge against inflation, your safeguard of the wealth. This is why royalty, that is why wealthy people, that is why some of the largest hedge fund managers, they are in their portfolio precious metals in there. Why? Well, because of its insurance policy safe haven. Now, Store is another product which we do promote through Utopian Global. In fact, Store is a company, stands for Sustainable Technology and Resource Holding. We do the marketing for that company, for that product, which is income producing assets, crowdfunding, investing into different projects like oil and gas, mineral mining, mineral reclamation, plastic to fuel recycling, and so on, where people who buy into it through the crowdfunding obviously will get benefits from the production of these assets. Education, another big part of our business, because as we always say, people perish because of the lack of education. See, I wasn't educated. I went to university, but I was never educated about money. In fact, basically it was sort of, you don't speak about money. You don't on the kitchen table. You just don't do that stuff. Nobody speaks about money. And especially here in Germany, it's like a secret. It's like you never can tell your salary. In fact, it's forbidden. You even signed a contract. You cannot tell your colleagues what you make. So you don't speak about money. Yet money is very, very key. Money is not everything, but it's really important that you understand your money and your finances, because otherwise, how are you going to generate wealth if you don't understand it? E-commerce, as I said, if you don't have a business on the internet now, if you're not building a business on the internet now, with all those changes which are coming, you may miss the boat. So Utopian Global, we are striving to develop cutting-edge products and services in high demands. In fact, right now, what do you think it's the most demanded product on earth? Well, I tell you into a little secret. It's precious metals. Why? Well, the refineries all around the world are just closed. We have more demand than there is supply. That means you can't really get those anymore. Try to go to any bullion dealer and try to get delivery today. Pretty hard. You gotta probably wait because they all are out of stock. So gold and silver, certainly very, very key. And of course, so we are capitalizing on current global economic trends and future emerging markets and trends. So we are continuously expanding into the different areas. We have 170 billion gold industry. That means when you have a shop in your e-commerce business, you're tapping into a 170 billion gold industry, into a 20 billion silver industry, into a 1.7 trillion oil industry, blockchain technology, into a 265 billion digital assets industry, and a social sharing industry, which is just ever growing. And of course, very, very soon into more products, especially in the United States, with what is coming. So as you see, Utopian Global is ever growing and expanding its products. And we are here all about helping your money working for you instead you working for it. See, gold has outperformed all major fiat currencies over time, all of them. You can go anywhere. And I know we have people here from Ghana, from Nigeria, from South Africa, from Zimbabwe. Well, Zimbabwe, you should know, of course. We have people from many places. Any currency. Gold has outperformed, some way more, some less. I have here the three majors, of course, the euro, the US dollar, and the Great British pound. So when you just look at the US dollar in the last 20 years, as you see here, actually 537 times, or 537%, better to say, has outperformed against the dollar. That means gold, yes, has outperformed 537%. That means your US dollar buys you way less. And I demonstrate you this, of course, in my next slide, which I do so much like, because that really gives the grasp. Now, the US average home in 1971, before I was born, in fact, would cost $25,000 to buy. Isn't that great? $25,000? Well, it also did cost 720 ounces of gold. So with 720 ounces of gold, back in 1971, and 1 ounce is 31 grams. So with 720 ounces of gold, back then you could buy a $25,000 average home. Well, today, 2020, the average home costs around $280,000, maybe more, maybe less. But you need way less ounces of gold. In fact, only 160 ounces of gold to buy an average size home. So wouldn't it be better if your mother, your grandmother, instead of putting it all to the bank, where your money is losing value, have put it into gold or silver? Pretty much, right? Now look at United Kingdom. We have lots of people in the call in United Kingdom. Average home, 6,000 pounds in 71. Needed 375 ounces of gold. Today, 480,000 pounds an average home. So house prices went way more up there. And less gold you need now. So you get the point? How much gold do you own, if any? So you see how it's so important and vital to own gold or silver. It is a safe haven and insurance policy, while of course your money is losing value. Silver, same deal. Also has outperformed any major currency. But on top of that, of course, silver is more volatile. Silver is more, not that it's more volatile. Silver is the money of the peasant, but silver is way more manipulated. It's manipulated because it has, of course, a reason to be manipulated. Otherwise, it would be skyrocketing, right? But they artificially manipulated, of course, by creating more future contracts, by creating more paper silver, which is actually not there. So lots of people have silver share certificates. Silver's not there. Everybody would trade in their silver, wanted to get, instead of their share certificate, wanted to have the physical. It's simply not there. So silver on top of it has 50%, which is which is industrial usage, besides the hedge against inflation. Industrial. So everybody wants to go green. I want to go green. I always say that. I ride my bike every day, 40 kilometers. And always those stinking cars, those stinking motorcycles, don't like it. Don't like it at all. I prefer to have electric cars. Sure, I prefer, because they don't stink, right? Better for the environment. But what do you think it's in electric cars? Electric motorcycles, those electric scooters, those electric rollers, rare minerals and silver, a lot of silver. So without silver, we can't function. We can't do nothing without silver. We can't have this great conversation here on this webinar. We can't use our phone. Basically, nothing works without silver. So silver is very much in industrial need and demand. And of course, once companies like Samsung realize that actually just so little silver is there, it's gonna skyrocket. But I don't buy it for skyrocket. I buy it for hedge against inflation, because it is money. It is sound money, while of course paper money is of course losing. So with Utopian Global, we basically have a new way for you to own gold or silver. Utopian Global uniquely integrates the physical gold and silver into the digital world. Every time you buy gold, it is really there. You save actually an investment grade gold or silver. You can buy it, sell it, and store it, and you can enjoy the lowest gold and silver prices. See, while I really like those coins, while I like, of course, my beautiful silver King David coin, you see it here, very nice. I also understand every time the refinery has to produce such a coin and then has to ship it, there's a lot of additional costs attached to it. So when it comes in terms of buying the best price, or having, or not buying, getting the best price, it is way better if your gold or silver sits, of course, in a big bullion bar, doesn't need to be produced, doesn't need to be put into a smaller bar, and so on, because you save a lot. And in the time, when the time comes, you need to sell out because you want to sell, because you want to liquidate, because maybe you have saved for your daughter's wedding and now you need to pay it. Well, you got to be liquid. And you see this where a lot of people lose a lot of money when becoming liquid. Why? Well, because if they got all their coins shipped to them, that's great. But then they got to go to a gold dealer, to a pawn shop, and he needs to make his commission as well. And they make great commissions out of it. So you're losing again. So with us, don't have that. You are really safe because we work with the #1 refinery in the world. We work with the #1 storage facility in the world. So it's safe, it's stored safe, and you're very liquid, can redeem it at any time. You can have it shipped, of course, but we make gold and silver savings easy for you because the time will come that you need to liquidate, and you want to liquidate it at the best form possible. Now, you have 24/7 access. As I said, you have LBMA good delivery. We do that. You have secure private LBMA vaulting. And of course, we work with the top refinery in the world. So your gold is fully secured because you deserve free, transparent, and unlimited access to your assets. Now, Store is a really amazing crowdfunding equity platform, and very simple to explain. So the Utopian Global Network, we promote Store. We raise funds. The funds, then the Store team, they select really great projects with those funds, which generate, of course, income. The assets are sold to the market. The assets generate income, and of course, the people who buy into Store, who help raising the funds, we're getting paid. Pretty simple. And so Store is a pretty much newer product because gold and silver, the platform, we have since 2008. So that's quite some time. But Store is relatively new, only was launched in late 2018. And we only had the intellectual property, meaning we had only the team behind, the experience, the knowledge, the idea. And of course, we knew which assets we wanted to purchase, but we hadn't purchased any. So of course, when we launched that project, we started raising funds in March 2019. We purchased the first 2 smaller assets in Mississippi and Louisiana, and then in August, 1st of August in 2019, so not even a year ago, we purchased a major asset in Raccoon Bend, Texas, near Houston, which this asset is actually producing 90 producing barrels, and is producing around 750 to 800 barrels of oil on a daily basis. And it's in production since the last 90 years, and it's going to produce another 25 years because it has proven reserves, which are for the next 25 years producing. And we, of course, have a hedge against with BP, British Petroleum, so we actually deliver to British Petroleum. So automatically, you become, instead of being the consumer of British Petroleum, you're also becoming the supplier to British Petroleum, which is really fantastic. And of course, very soon now, after the first year where we said, okay, with the money we're generating, we reinvest, we repair old wells, we drill more, which we have done, so that we increase production, and we're going to start paying out. So then Store will start very soon paying out from, of course, the production of that oil we're having. This is only one of the many projects we want to do under Store. As I said, this is of course it's a timeline. It takes time to develop all of them, but it's an amazing project. Why? Because now you have the chance to be part of the 1% of the population. I know all my American friends, you want to get in, and I know you cannot into this one, but at least you can still build your business. And if you have people from outside America, they can get on board. So I know, and I understand it. But the great thing is with this project, of course, it's really never ending because there's so many things which we can do. So our target line, of course, is develop polystyrene plastics to fuel, meaning, of course, plastic is a huge problem. And of course, plastic comes from petroleum. Converting it back by recycling, well, it's going to be great eventually when oil prices catch up again. But in the meantime, we have, of course, mineral mining, so mineral reclamation. So minerals are very much needed. So we're going to go into mineral reclamation, mineral mining, because again, as I said, those batteries, those gadgets, they need a lot of rare minerals. And what if you could participate and benefit actually from that? So we have a timeline to launch on an exchange eventually when, of course, we have all those assets under the belt, and we estimate that we want to launch with a €4 price. Of course, always looking how's the market. Can we actually, in these circumstances, launch? Right now, it's a crazy market. It's a fake market. What we have, of course, right now, we have fake companies. Well, we have companies, but with totally fake numbers, artificially, because of too much money printing and all this stuff, which I'm not going to go into it, but we have, in fact, a fake stock market now. So it's a very dangerous market right now. Not a good market to launch. And eventually we will launch on a market. And if you wish them to sell, you can sell. And in the meantime, you should be able to benefit from the rewards, which is fantastic. The company owner of Utopian Global is Mr. Bill Rowell. He is an Australian citizen, and he comes from owning hotels, buying and selling hotels, to having, of course, investment in oil and gas, also bringing a company together with Ryan Messer, or benefiting from bringing it to the stock market, and also experience in blockchain technology, mining, and of course, in building networks. In fact, this is where I met him. He built a network over 50,000 people. I was working for that company. He was making great money. So this is how long we actually need to go. Now, Ryan Messer, he is the CEO of Store and founder of Store. And he has 2 decades in the industry of oil and gas, marketing of oil and gas crude, and exploration, drilling, etc. His team of advisors, of people, Randall Addington, of course, he is the director of mainstream. He's the chemist behind. He does the mixing, the blending. He also was really involved in the pyrolysis project, that plastic to fuel. And then, of course, all the other people here, like especially Philip Judge, of course, the original co-founder of Utopian Global. 3 generations in mineral mining. His father, his grandfather, they all owned mines in different parts of Africa. And Philip owns a precious metals fund where Jim Rickards, if you know Jim Rickards, he's very much known, wrote, I don't know, a ton of books, from Currency Wars to Aftermath to The Raven to, of course, so many other books on gold, precious metals, sits on the Pentagon, and advised them, of course, on the currency war issue, trade war issues. So he sits on a board on the physical gold fund of Philip. Why do I tell you that? Because you see there's high caliber people involved in this amazing project. And it wouldn't be if it would be air. So the biggest question for you probably now is, well, how can I get started? Well, most people start as customers. Simple. Buy gold and silver. Why? Well, because it's a hedge against inflation. Makes sense, right? Your paper currency is losing value, and gold and silver is maintaining its purchasing power. Now, I don't like to speculate, but we are just in a new gold cycle. There's always cycles. We have a cycle right now for extreme, unprecedented money printing that never has been before the way they print right now. That means, of course, your money is losing value. That means, of course, gold and silver is gonna skyrocket. And so I see, big numbers. Sometimes in our webinar, we announce, of course, Jimmy Rickards, he believes gold is going to go to $14,000. That is announced. It's currently at 1,800. Of course, we have many experts. I don't want to go into that details. I just know I always do better owning gold. I know many experts say silver definitely has to go for the old heights, which is $50. It's now at $18. They believe silver is going to at least hit the $50 mark, or actually has to, because of money printing, going to the $100, even maybe $300. Again, I'm not going into the speculation. I just know I'm buying gold or silver continuously over time. And the great thing is I actually choose the vehicle with Utopian Global to get paid to save in gold and silver. Get paid to save. Why? Well, if I use the e-commerce marketing platform, I'm getting paid. You see, and so most people, while they start as customers, obviously to get gold or silver and to get store into that great project, really what you should decide is start to be your own boss. Because you saw what I said in the beginning. Most people have no money, no savings, live paycheck to paycheck. Jobs, 40% artificial intelligence is going to go take away. Laugh at me, believe it or not, that's going to be the way. So many small businesses will have to close. There's even big companies, they're going to go bust. Just look at Hertz. Did you ever think they would go bust? Well, they did. Do you think the consumer behavior is very soon again to travel around the world, to travel easy as we did? Don't think so. I don't think so. I can't see it, at least not for the next years. This is just the way it is. So that means hotels, airlines, the travel industry is going to be in jeopardy. Lots of people will lose. People will be forced to leave, and the government will not be able to bail you out. They will eventually stop. So isn't it better than to be your own boss and do what Robert Kiyosaki says? The richest people in the world build networks. Everyone else is trained to work. Very, very wise. Everybody else is trained to look for work. With us here in Utopian Global, you can, of course, build and grow a network, and you can get paid by sharing our products and get financial rewards for doing so. So our simple financial rewards program is very simple. You share and earn in 3 steps. So you can get started for a low brand ambassador ownership, entry packages, and that literally, I mean, I'm embarrassed to sometimes say it, but it's just $99 or 99 euros to get started. Now, I'm going to take out now my mom for dinner. We're going to go into the beautiful Rheingau, which is the wine region here in Riesling region in Germany. It's not going to last the 99. So here, a business entry into a business where you have a platform where you can earn unlimited rewards. So if you work the business really great, there's no cap. There's absolutely no cap. You can make more money than the CEO. So for 99 euro, you have an entry fee, meaning you own your own business. And plus, you even have some assets. So this is step 1. You start the business, if you decide so, and not to become a customer, but start a business. If you're in the United States, you get either gold or silver. If you are outside, you get store. Then select a 50 euro monthly auto ship. What do you get? If you're in the United States, gold or silver. If you are outside, you get store. And you can add some gold or silver if you're outside America as well. And of course, every time you share, you're going to make retail bonus of gold or silver, retail bonus when you sell store. Step 2, you decide, you know what? I want to teach this other people. I want to help other people also to own their own business. And so when you do that, you unlock more bonuses in our commission structure. Step 3, decide to become pro, decide to become a professional, learn that business, learn that profession, and may even eventually, if you want, go full time, just as I did. My first goal was I wanted to get paid to save, didn't want to put money out of my own pocket. And then I wanted to get rid of my first job and then of my second job to have a business where I can travel literally all around the world, even though I don't travel right now. But I have the freedom to do so if I wish to. And make more money while I sleep than I can spend while I am awake. So as an affiliate, you select your package, commit to a 50 euro asset accumulation plan, and earn commissions. You choose your package, as I said, from as little as 99. Now, I don't really recommend you that because why? Well, as higher the package, as more product you get in it. As simple as that. As lower, as less product you get in it in terms of store or in terms of gold or silver. Yes, you get the platform, absolutely, that you can buy your gold or silver wholesale, that you can sell it back without fee, that you have storage facility for free, and that you have your premium education, coaching, marketing, sales funnels. But in the higher packages, you get more store or you get more precious metals. So it makes more sense. So we have a range of starter packages from as little as 99 up to 3.5. That is to become a business owner. But then we also have what we call investors packages, and they start from 9,000 euro on up to 1 million. Why? Well, because they are designed that as much money goes towards the asset, which is then, of course, either gold or silver or store producing income. But the great thing is, and this is what I love so much, see, any entrepreneur, the first thing is they ask, well, when am I going to get my money back? My initial investment, when am I going to get this back? When I'm cash flow positive? Well, you see here, we work with the power of free. Find 3 others who would also like to own store or gold and silver, and basically your initial business fee is covered, is paid off. So let's say you buy a package of 1,500, find 3 people who do the same. It's already paid off. You already made 1,500 euro in commission. That means you own the assets and you didn't really put money out of your own pocket. Now, I understand, and I want you to understand as well, you can come on board with a 99 euro package and you can actually get somebody on board with a 3,500 or with a 9,000 or with a 1 million package. You're going to get paid. No worries. Definitely. You can do so. But I just say, like, we want to create a great behavior here. And as higher the package, as more product you got straight away when you, of course, come on board. So how would you like to get your own asset accumulation plan for free? Now imagine, my goal was not only to get, of course, cash flow positive, but I also wanted to get paid to save. You see, so I am continuously, in the beginning, we didn't have this flexible program in 2008, 9, 10. We would save actually in those coins. So we would always get a coin shift. Well, now we have a more flexible program, meaning I just store it. I just buy my gold at the best price and I have it stored. Don't need to take necessary physical delivery and then pay so much over because, of course, physical delivery, because of production costs, because of all this. No, I can actually buy the best price. So the great thing is I actually never paid for my gold, never paid for my silver, never paid for my store. Why? Well, because I used the e-commerce platform, marketing the products and services, and used my commission to actually then pay for the gold or silver, pay for the store, and pay for my lifestyle. This is what is great. This is what is amazing. It really is. I mean, I love it. When people say to me, I just don't understand. How can they not understand it? I mean, it's this simple. 50 euro monthly asset accumulation plan. You accumulate real assets Not potions and lotions and shampoos and nutrition. Yes, I love nutrition. Absolutely. Yes, I love a great lipstick. But you know what? I like to accumulate real assets, assets which actually make me money. And so why not getting paid for it? Why not getting paid for it? So simply refer one person a month, because we're anyway doing marketing all day long. We recommend this movie, this pizza, this great dining out all the time. And now I'm going to go out to this beautiful Greek restaurant again, which I'm fancy so much. I fall so much in love when I discovered it in the early days of restaurants reopening after this after Corona lockdown. I love it. Share it with everybody. Really, with everybody. I mean, I bring people there. I said, you got to go there. This is amazing secret. And it's really so amazing. They're beautiful people. I love them. I really love them. But I still have to pay for it. I still have to pay for my food. Right? Now I get great food. I still have to pay for it. Because even though I bring all those people, I'm not getting my meal for free. Here, for bringing people, you actually get it for free. So everything you need to help you succeed is here. We have a replicated website, state-of-the-art back office, marketing funnel system, video and multimedia tools, world-class coaching, training calls, events, experienced executive team, very experienced, and we have a global business in a box. So for €1 literally a day, you have ownership in real income producing assets, wealth protection. You have a savings and accumulation plan denominated in real assets. You have a global online business, a marketing platform. You can earn residual income. You have a team of independent people going to work for you for free, and you can enjoy tax benefits. So if you're here to pay off debt, save money, change lives, if you want to create generational wealth, then this is the company for you, and the time to get in for you is now. Your time to build wealth with passive income, which everybody's looking for, starts today. Now understand, disclaimer, the Utopian Global Business, the compensation plan, is a really exciting opportunity that rewards you, of course, for selling, for promoting the products and services. And it works if you work it. You don't share it with nobody. You join the business, not getting paid. We get paid when we share the products and somebody buys products. This is when we get paid, okay? As per terms and conditions, store equity is not licensed for distribution in the United States of America, and as a result, it may not be offered, sold, or delivered there. And you have an entry into Utopian Global, basically is covered by a 14 days money back guarantee. So we actually give you money back. You think, okay, well, it's not for me. You know, no problems, no worries. 14 days, you can get your money back. Now, just imagine you buy into store. Let's say it would be Apple shares. Could you go to Apple and say, oh, Mr. Apple or Apple company, I want to get my shares. I want to sell them. You cannot. You cannot get a money back guarantee. Definitely not. You can sell them, of course, on the market, but not getting a money back. So here you do. So the time to get in Utopian Global is now. So thank you for listening to the presentation. I hope you found some value in it. And I hope you are ready to decide to actually build a plan B, to actually start your own e-commerce business. Because as you see, and as you probably feel, that most people really have to look at plan B. So with that, I want to say thank you. I'm just going to close now my stream in YouTube, so I can just very quickly come on board and that you guys see me live here. So thank you, YouTube. Thank you, Facebook. Gonna now close this off here so I can actually be with camera on my webinar. Okay,